Just another Friday night in Chicago, man. It's TruthSlinger coming at you. Too hot to handle today, feeling like a rebel wearing the glasses. I may or may not take them off and let you see my beautiful browns. Anyway, today happens to be, what day is today? It is April 16th. It is Sunday, and this is episode X37. This is the TruthSlinger on the down low. That's right. Looking like Stevie Wonder there, man. Just rocking it out, bringing you the truth wherever we can find it. Yes, this is an X episode because this is the last day. We are on day number 7 of our YouTube banishment on our primary channel. So please be liking, subscribing to this backup channel, and after you still watch this video, then tomorrow watch another video and remember to go over and subscribe to me on my primary channel. So anyway, we're going to do a Twitter feed show today. We're just going to kind of go down and see what the hell is going on in my Twitter feed. And we do that by putting it into that mode and slamming it up to the top. You should follow me on Twitter if you are not already following me on Twitter, and Truth Social as well. I've been pretty good on Twitter. Haven't been banned in a while. Kind of figured out the rules over there. Walking the tightrope still on YouTube. Facebook, I think I'm out of jail, I guess. So we're doing pretty good on the social media. Pretty happy. We started some alternative channels as well. We started a homesteading, uncivilized homestead channel. So we're going to do instructional how-to stuff over there, videos. We're going to put that in the link tree if you want to follow us there. Just check out the link tree, and we're going to start posting stuff over there. Oh, like all sorts of stuff. How to do anything, practically. From how to do computer stuff to how to plant seedlings to how to take care of chickens and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, and then we got another channel called Patriot Warrior. Going to be doing the kind of God and country thing over there. So be sure to check that out as well. So, but here we are on Twitter, still in jail. Tomorrow I will be out of jail. I will be changing my graphics. So here we just got something kind of funny I queued up for you. I love it. This is a vegan protest, and this guy just decides he's going to eat right in front of him, eat a little chicken sandwich there. We need to do more of this kind of stuff, absolutely. That's what we need to do to the left. We need to troll them harder and harder and harder. Absolutely. What a bunch of weirdos. Okay. Moving on along. This is kind of cool. Alex Jones shows up at the Mines Fest, and there was a big old cheering that went on. You might want to take a listen to that.
Read the actual tweets, not just the headline.
Thank you, Matt Taibbi.
Okay, so we've got 2 people.
Okay, but we got a special guest joining us. But I just want to ask you the question.
Steven requested that we had Alex on tonight, so I thought...
They told me to get here at 8 o'clock. I didn't even go on stage today. So I'm only 30 seconds late. Sorry.
Nice. Nah, I'm really glad that our side has seemed to embrace Alex Jones after the left and actually the world canceled him. He's still not on Twitter. He hasn't been let back on by Elon Musk, so he's still partially canceled. He was really the first guy. He was the first guy that fell in these wars. You know, he called it right for many, many, many years, Alex did, about a whole lot of things. And not everything. He's made some mistakes, boy, and they tried to destroy him, but he seems to be rising up from the ashes. So, Alex Jones, yay for you. Okay, so I just put up my latest Rumble video, and I'm milking this Dylan Mulvaney as much as I can because it frankly gets a lot of clicks. So, I think the guy's a grifter. And I just kind of make note of the fact that this company has lost. Now, think about this. They lost $7 billion in market value. They lost $7 billion at last count. It may be more because I think more places are still boycotting. So they lost $7 billion. The company is worth $142 billion to begin with before they started. And I just simply cannot understand and conceive of a company making that much money off of selling pissy-ass beer that they can afford to lose $7 billion. But this company that spends, or that could afford to lose $7 billion in pushing this literal woke, stupid crap agenda stuff down our throats, and the throats of normal beer drinkers and NASCAR driving watchers and all that kind of stuff, football watchers. Look at this set. There was spared no expense on this set right here. These curtains are straight out of like a Motel 6, boy. And I think these beers are served up on one of them, plastic trays that are about the same color as that curtain behind this sex freak thing, grifter person. I don't even like to call Dylan Mulvaney really a trans or a tranny because it's not even a good slur. I'm not quite sure that the guy's done anything with any hormones. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know and type in the comments below if you know something I don't know. But I really don't think, I think he's just playing this thing. I just think he's the biggest grifter ever. And he glommed on to this woke thing, and the fact that for some reason the trans has become the spearhead of the whole Antichrist movement, right? It just doesn't cease to amaze me. It just never ceases to amaze me. Oh, and I just noticed the flag behind me. If you do notice, the flag is upside down because we are officially in Banana America, right? And we are in day number 14 right there. And that's ever since they decided to bring criminal charges and arrest a former president of the United States, namely Donald J. Trump. So that's a bunch of crap. So our country is, in my opinion, we are no longer actually America. We are living in a post-constitutional republic, boys and girls. That means the Constitution and its Bill of Rights only exist as an idea on a piece of paper, and they have pretty much, for all de facto reasons, we don't really live by that Constitution anymore. If you defend yourself with a weapon, you will be thrown in prison. If you say the wrong things, you will be silenced. Right? These First and Second Amendments are literally gone. Fourth is also gone with illegal search and seizure. Every time you turn on your computer and you look into the screen and the webcam that you have to put tape over and the sound that's listening to you. I mean, think about it, right? Every time you get on the internet, have you ever, it freaks me out totally, get on the internet and something that I was talking to about my wife just like last night, right, happens to pop up in my browsing window off to the right. It just, and we just happened to be in the presence of one of our devices. I mean, none of them were on or anything like that, or we weren't deliberately searching for things. We just happened to talk about something. This is an interesting piece here. Let's listen to this chucklehead.
To roadway fatalities in America, we lose about 40,000 people every year. It's a level that's comparable to gun violence. And we see a lot of racial disparities. Black and brown Americans, tribal citizens, and rural residents much more likely to lose their lives, whether it's in a car or as a pedestrian being hit by a car. There are a lot of reasons related to discrimination, related to even the ways that roads are designed and built. Who has access to a safe street design that's got crosswalks and good lighting? Who doesn't have that access? That can drive disparities, and we have a responsibility to act on that. We've got to...
What the hell is he talking about? I just, you know, they racialize everything. That, you know, we designed our inner cities as death traps for black and brown people because we hate them. We designed racism into the system. Yes, don't put lighting at the street corners. They'll cause them to die at outrageously high numbers. What does this person think? These people see racist, evil racists under every rock. Every single thing that was ever done was all in the name of racism to keep the black man down. Right? Jeez. You know, I just don't understand it. I could say that, poor people get into accidents more, maybe have more fatalities than not poor people, because poor people are probably walking around on the street, having to go through the crosswalks and cross the damn streets. And they're the ones that don't maintain their cars very well, right? And so they break down and parts fall off and wheels fall off and things happen. It's poor people. And sometimes those are black people and sometimes those are white people. Right? I lived in the rural South, man. Okay? Poor white folks. They don't have access to a lot of things either, right? So enough with all the racism already. I've just about had enough of it. Go do your job and do it right, and go clean up the East Palestine and all of this other mess that's going on. All right. So let's talk about this kind of nonsense. This is what I started out with. Apparently, this is going on all over the place in our inner cities. And, our inner cities, they're all run by these people, the Democrats, right? They're sitting there saying, well, these places are designed as hostile to the people there. And we've been running those cities for 200 years. How come nobody ever says, asks them that and says, well, geez, man, you obviously all been in charge of it all this whole time. And all you've done is made a Martin Luther King Jr. street in every city, which is the most dangerous road in every town. Do not go down to Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. You'll die. Everybody knows that. So, as long as we're renaming streets and tearing down statues and doing all that, and defunding the police, this is what we're going to wind up with, kids. This is it. This is the stuff. Let's watch this minute-long video. Let's watch this. Don't know whose car this is, but they're going to need a new one. It's just what they do on that. Hanging out, man. Oh, set it on fire now. Yeah, we need to have it burning. Wow. Okay. Get the hell out of the cities, people. Get out. Get out. Get out, man. Get out of the cities. You're gonna like this one, right? You're gonna love this one. And there's the gunshot. Run for your lives.
Don't run. Come over here. They chasing up there.
Yep. See that? Run for your damn lives, man. You hear that gunshot? Everybody runs, right? Party's over. But this is America now.
Now we got a person shot.
Yep. Person shot, bleeding out, probably. Yeah, and this is that other footage that we showed earlier, pasted in. But, you know, this is what we're going to continue to get as long as we spend more time focusing on shit like this. Okay? We're queering America. That is the focus of corporate America. That is the focus of government. That is the focus of the education system, right? And yet our country looks like this. So I ask you, are we focused on the wrong things? I say we are. I say that our problem is that our country is in distress. It's upside down. Okay? Because this crap over here is not America. This is not the way it's supposed to be. This is manufactured by George Soros. This is manufactured by leftist DAs that are paid by George Soros. Okay? This is the New World Order. This is the leftist, socialist, commie bastards that have been screaming to defund the police ever since George Floyd, okay, died of a drug overdose under a cop, doing shit he shouldn't have been doing. God rest his soul. Bad that he died, but man, this country has been burning and on fire ever since, right? And now, and this is downtown Chicago. I mean, would you go to dinner in downtown Chicago? Would you go anywhere near this? This crowd surrounds your car and starts jumping up and down on top of your car. You drive off, mow down 2 or 3 of the people, and you will go to prison. Right? I don't understand. These cities are not going to make it. They're not going to make it. They're going to turn into Gotham City, and nobody's ever going to go down there. Okay. All right, so Build-A-Bear's gone woke, right? Ugh, this sick crap. Teaching our children about things that teachers and people should not be teaching children at all. Children should not be sexualized in any way, shape, or form. And anybody says that this stuff isn't sexual, well, if it's not sexual, then why does it look like a pumped up hussy female then? Why isn't it a gender neutral bear? Right? It's all about the damn sex. And anybody says who isn't is a freaking liar. Right? Oh man, I don't know. We are losing this country, people. I need you to look in your life everywhere you can and think about what is it that you can do, right? I try and do a lot of this stuff for you. You can help me. You can support me by, doing all these things and going to the link tree and liking and subscribing and maybe helping support me in some way financially. But you need to figure out what you can do in your own personal sphere. This morning I'm just watching in California, Sacramento, I think. They're having a Bud Light story hour, and Oreo Express named it Bud Light Story Hour because that's what all this is about. It's about grooming the children, and that's what Bud Light and all these companies and this is all about grooming kids, man. And anybody that tells you any different is lying to you. So whatever you can do in your own sphere, show up at the school boards, show up at these places and surround them. They come out with 20, 30 people. Go get 10 churches, okay? And surround the entire block, right? Make it so intimidating that nobody will just want to come anymore to these things. We need to shame it back into the closet. We need to make it go away and it needs to be eradicated from public life. And you know what? Back to, if you want to do this stuff in your own bedroom, then you go do that in your bedroom. I was cool with that. I think most of us were. That was back in a time when things were better, in the 70s and 80s, right? When that flag was still right side up, and we were still living underneath a lie. I mean, we were still living under a government that killed Kennedy, right? And so, but it doesn't matter. We, at least there was some better sense of security, and it was a bit safer. And I know we weren't at each other's throats with this racism stuff. And I'm so tired of the racism. And I'm starting to have an active dislike for gay people that I just didn't have before. And, I think that the gay people are starting to get mad at the transsexuals now because they've gone so far that they're bringing hate upon people that just kind of wanted to be allowed to just kind of get married and be together. So, but the slippery slope has got us to a place where now you send your kids to school and they will transition your child with hormones and clothes at school and let them change their name without you even knowing about it. And that's the world we live in. And then go get pregnant and get an abortion and all of that stuff. And you just won't know anything about any of it, even though you're the parent. But God help you if that child does something illegal, right? Or shoots up a school because they go mental from all the drugs and the ridiculous stuff they pump into their heads. Then you'll be held responsible, right? Because you were the one that let them get a gun. Can't make sense out of any of this, but I keep trying, so you keep sticking with me and help support me, and we can try and figure it out together between now and the time that Jesus comes back home. So I thank you for joining me, and I thank you for putting up with my pathetic show, and I'm TruthSlinger, and I am out of here.